text before we do that adjective demonstrative. And both of you, Haran and you, they putting good effort in learning this language. You did all the exercises. I was not expecting that you'll be doing it all, but very good. I was very impressed by the performance, both Haran and you. Okay, there were so many new words. And do you have the dictionary, French dictionary? How did you find the words, meaning of the words?
Uh, uh, Translate.
Oh, the translator, right? You don't have
Yes.
dictionary. But it's good. It's an attempt to learn, so it's okay to use the translator. Very good. And same for Howran also. Okay. So today we'll be doing a text, a small text. So I would request you to go through this text first of all. This I will zoom it out. I won't be able to show it full. Let me check. Ah, yes, it's visible. Is it visible clearly till here? Journaliste, from Le Père to journaliste.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so spend around 2 minutes in reading this, please. And note down the expressions that you are not able to understand because already we have this is our 29th lecture. So you should have that much of knowledge so that you can understand a small text in simple present tense. Okay, so this is in present tense. So spend around 2 minutes. It's 10:05. I will give you 2 minutes to read out this. Okay, and then we will discuss. So we will discuss the difficulties faced during reading this text. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. So I hope you have read this text. So how much of this, like, if this text is 100%, so how much percent do you have understood? What's your understanding? How much do you understand in this text? Full 100%, 80%, 90%, 50%? What?
60%.
So you understand 60% in this. Okay. Others? Haran and you, how much do you understand in this?
Yes, sir. 60.
Around 60%. Good. Okay, and you?
I think same.
Okay, so 60% around. So more than 50%. So we'll work on a bit on this text and then we'll be going back to that adjective demonstrative. Les parents de Manuel, the parents of Manuel. Manuel is the name of a guy, okay, and they are their parents. Okay. Le père de Manuel travaille dans une entreprise. I will send you this text. Okay, later on you can also go through this text. Okay, le père de Manuel travaille dans une entreprise. Father of Manuel works in an enterprise, in a company. Okay, il est directeur régional. So he's a regional director. So he's the regional director of that company. Il voyage beaucoup. What is il voyage? Voyage comes from which verb? Voyage comes from which verb? Voyage comes from the verb voyager. Voyager means to travel. Just wait. I will put the verb here. The verb voyager, V-O-Y-A-G-E-R. The verb voyager means to travel. Travel. Okay. Voyager. It's an G-E-R ending verb. Remember that this is a G-E-R ending verb. Though this is E-R ending verb, but this is also G-E-R ending verb. So that's a special group of verbs in ER ending verbs. So il voyage beaucoup. Do you know the meaning of this word beaucoup? This is an adverb of quantity. What is beaucoup?
A lot.
A lot. Very good. It's beaucoup is a lot. Okay. I'll write this verb voyager and then I'll write the opposite of beaucoup. What do you mean by what would be the opposite of a lot? What would be the opposite of beaucoup? A lot in English. The opposite of a lot is few or little. Few or little. That is said as un peu in French. P-E-U. Un peu. Few or little. Very less in quantity. Little. Un peu. P-E-U. Un peu. Beaucoup. Un peu. That's the opposite of that. Now, il aime voyager. What is il aime voyager?
He likes to travel.
He likes to travel. Very good. He likes to travel. Il aime les montagnes. Il aime les montagnes. He likes mountains. Mountains like Himalaya and Pyrenees, Alps, and these are mountains. Okay. Il aime les montagnes. So he likes to visit mountains like some hill stations. Okay. Il n'aime pas la mer. Il n'aime pas la mer. Mer, do you know the meaning of the word mer?
Sea.
Yes, it's sea. Very good. Il n'aime pas la mer, it's sea. So he doesn't like sea beaches. He likes mountains, but he doesn't like sea beaches like la mer, M-E-R, is the sea. Okay. La mère de Manuel travaille dans un hôpital. La mère de Manuel travaille dans un hôpital. The mother of Manuel or Manuel's mother works in a hospital. Hôpital. Hôpital is hospital. Elle est médecin. She is a doctor. Médecin, the word médecin is doctor. Some of the times the students they take it as a faux ami and they think that it is medicine. No. Médecin is doctor. And medicine is le médicament. I will write it here in the chat section. Le médicament. Okay, médicament is medicine. Okay, médicament, MEDICAMENT. Médicament is medicine. Okay, elle est médecin, elle ausculte les malades. Elle ausculte. Ausculte is a verb. Ausculte means to treat. So she treats the patients. Malad is sick or patients. Okay, malade. So she treats. Okay. Elle ausculte. The verb is ausculte. Ausculte. It's an er ending verb which means to treat or to take care of or anything. Ausculte. So elle ausculte les malades et elle donne des médicaments. What do you mean by this statement? Elle donne des médicaments. Elle donne. Donne, donne. Do you know the meaning of the word donne? Donne, elle donne. Donne is a verb which means to give, yes. That comes from the verb donner. D-O-N-N-E-R. Donner means to give. Donner means to give. Suppose if I lend you my book, so I give you my book, je donne. So elle donne des médicaments. What is médicament? I told you just 2 minutes back. Medicines. So she gives some medicines. Okay. Elle est sympathique. This is an adjective which has been used for Manuel's mother. Elle est sympathique. She is sympathetic, kind, nice. It is this adjective sympathetic has got so many meanings. Okay, it can be sympathetic, kind, nice. And this adjective can be used even for boys also. Okay,
Sir, can you pronounce once again?
sympathetic, sympathetic. Just wait for a minute. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I got a very urgent call. So here, Elle est sympathique. She is kind, nice, or sympathetic. So this adjective can be used for a boy even. Okay, sympathique. 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 Sympathique is kind or nice. You were asking about the pronunciation of this. Okay. The opposite of sympathic is antipathic. I will write here in the chat section, not in chat, here in this control F section is antipathic. Anti, P-A-T-H-I-Q-U-E. Antipathic. The opposite of sympathic. Okay. So this means unkind, the person who is not nice, the cruel person or anything. So he is antipathic. Anti, the word anti. So the word anti is pronounced as anti in French. Anti. Antipathique. Elle adore la musique classique. Elle adore. So she adores classical music. So this is the way it is written in French. La musique classique is classical music. So the syntax is just opposite. You can see here musique classique. Okay. Elle n'aime pas la télé. So she doesn't like television. So she doesn't like television. She doesn't watch. Okay. The next one here is about the uncle of Manuel. So Manuel's uncle is architect. Architect. Architect is architect. So who is an architect? What's his job?
Building.
Yeah, the construction of buildings, making plans for construction like bridges, buildings, houses, or anything. So he's an architect. So l'oncle de Manuel est architecte. Architecte. Architect is architect. Il fait des plans. Il fait. Il fait, do you know the meaning of the word il fait? Il fait, do you know the meaning of the word il fait or the origin of the verb? This fait comes from which verb? Do you have the idea?
Fake.
To do, to make.
Yes, it's to make. Yes, very good. It's the verb faire, F-A-I-R-E, which means to make. Or the second meaning of this is to do. Both. Okay, but here we will take the sense of to make. Okay. Il fait des plans. He makes plans, like he designs. Pour construire. Pour construire. The word construire. The word construire is a verb which means to construct. Construire, which means to construct. Okay, construire is a verb. So for constructing houses, des maisons, des bâtiments, the word bâtiment is buildings, et des ponts, P-O-N-T-S, pont. This T and S will be silent in this. Des ponts, pont is bridges. Okay. L'oncle de Manuel est architecte. Il fait des plans pour construire des maisons. Construire means to construct. The opposite of construire, construct. What is the opposite of construct? Opposite of construct in English. Destruct. Okay, constructive mind, destructive mind. So it's détruire. The verb is détruire. Okay, it's détruire. The opposite of construire is détruire. Détruire. Détruire means to destruct. Okay. So l'oncle de Manuel est architecte. Il fait des plans pour construire des maisons, des bâtiments et des plans. So these are indefinite articles. Des maisons, des bâtiments, des ponts. Okay, so these are indefinite articles. Okay. Et la tante de Manuel and the aunt of Manuel or Manuel's aunt, tante. This is tante, tante. Elle est ingénieure, ingénieur. See the spelling of engineer in French. Ingénieur. Non, elle n'est pas ingénieure. No, she is not engineer. Elle est journaliste. Elle est journaliste. She is a journalist. Okay. She is a journalist. Okay. So I would request you to find out the verbs that we have done in this text. In this text, apart from that, these extra things I would not request you to write. The verbs that we have used in this text. In this first paragraph, can you please tell me the verbs that we have used one by one? And you also please note down in your notebook.
Travail.
Travailler, very good. It's travailler. Let me write it here so that you can also write the verb travailler. Very good. What is the other verb that we have used in this text?
Voyage.
Voyager, superb, very good. Voyager. Voyager is to travel. And the other ones?
M.
Aimer, very good. The verb aimer, very good. The verb aimer. Aimer means to love or to like. Still, there is one more verb in this first paragraph. The verb être. Être means to be. Here you can see is il est directeur. Il est comes from which verb? Il est. Être verb. Very good. So there are 4 verbs in this first paragraph. Similarly, in second paragraph, I would also request you to say the verbs. Please find out the verbs in this.
Travailler.
Travailler is again there. Very good.
Adorer.
Adorer. Very good. Adorer. Is it there in the first, second paragraph?
Second paragraph.
Yes. Elle adore la musique classique. Very good. Adorer. Very good.
Aimer.
Aimer is there. Very good. Aimer. Next. Next. There is verb ausculte. Very good. Ausculte. Ausculte to treat someone. Donner is there. Donner. Donner verb. And aimer verb. They are repetitions of the verb. So now onwards, from this class onwards, we have 10 or 15 more classes. So each day we'll be doing a text like this, okay, which will give you the confidence to read it, how to read a text, how to find out the verbs, and in the same way you can also write. You have to enhance your knowledge in such a way that you can write something by yourself also. Okay, let me check. There is somebody who is joining. No. Okay, so in each class we'll be doing like this. Okay. Now there are some questions related to this. There are some questions related to this. Dit vrai.
So, meaning of donner.
Donner means to give. Donner means to give. Elle donne des médicaments. So she gives or she prescribes the medicines. Okay. Now there are true and false. Vrai, the word vrai is true and faux is false. Dites, say true or false. La mère de Manuel est actrice. Manuel's mother is actress. Is it true or false?
False.
False.
So what is her profession? What is she?
He works in a hospital as a doctor.
Doctor.
Yes, she is a doctor. She works in a hospital. Now, elle n'aime pas la télé. She doesn't like television. We are talking about Manuel's mother. It's in continuation to this sentence.
True.
Yes, it's true. Vrai. It's vrai, vrai is true. Okay. Un architecte fait des plans pour construire des maisons. An architect makes plans for constructing houses.
True.
Un architecte fait des plans pour construire des maisons.
True.
Is it true or false?
True.
Yes, it's true. It's vrai. Yes, actually, yes. So, un architecte fait des plans pour construire des maisons. It's mentioned here. So, it's true. Le père de Manuel aime la mère.
False.
It's false. Yes, faux. It's faux.
False.
Because it's mentioned here that il n'aime pas la mer. Il aime les montagnes. He likes mountains, but he doesn't like sea. Okay. La tante de Manuel est ingénieure. La tante de Manuel est ingénieure.
False.
It's false. What is she? What's her profession?
Journalist.
Journalist.
Journaliste. 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 Actually, this journaliste word comes from the French word journal. I'll write here le journal. Journal is a newspaper. The word journal is newspaper. Newspaper. Okay. So this word journalist or journaliste has the origin from this French word journal. Journal. Journal is newspaper. Okay. Now répondez. There are some questions. Okay. Qu'est-ce que? This word qu'est-ce que? This Questque. Qu'est-ce que means what? What? Qu'est-ce que le père de Manuel aime? Et qu'est-ce qu'il n'aime pas? What does Manuel's father likes and what he doesn't like? Qu'est-ce qu'il aime et qu'est-ce qu'il n'aime pas? What does he like and what he doesn't? Manuel's father, what does he like?
He likes mountains and dislikes sea.
Yes, and he likes to travel also. Il aime voyager. Il aime les montagnes. He likes mountains. And il n'aime pas la mer. He doesn't like sea. Okay? Quelle est la profession de la mère de Manuel? What is the profession of Manuel's mother? What is the profession? Quelle est la profession? Quelle est la profession? Quelle est la profession? Elle est médecin, yes. La mère de Manuel est médecin. La mère de Manuel est médecin. Okay, so similarly, I'll be sending you some texts every day in each and every class, and we will wind up in a very beautiful way so that you will remember this language forever. Okay, so it's not limited to time. Whenever you need my help, you can study by yourself also. When you study all the rules, like we have studied present tense, past tense, we have to study imperfect, like I was going, I used to work, I was traveling. So these type of sentences, and future tense, like I will be doing, I will be going, I will do, I will play, like this, these type of sentences. Okay, so when we will finish this, then the journey will be very easy for you. If you study by yourself also this language, you will be able to learn it in a beautiful way. Okay, and whenever you need my help, I'll be there always to help you all. Okay, though you will get your certificate only after completing 40 like 40 lectures, like 80 hours. If you study 80 hours and if you pass the exam, some one or two evaluations will be done, and if you do that, then you will be eligible to get the certificate. Okay, so are you waiting for the certificate or knowledge? I'm curious to know. this
Knowledge.
is this is a difficult question. Okay, so we have that adjective demonstrative. We have finished this text, and here are some professions which are related to this text. Like we had a journalist, doctor, architect, engineer. Okay, so similarly, here are some professions. Okay, here you can see this person is selling something in some shop. So she is commerçante, la commerçante. She's a girl, as you can see here. That's why we have used this la thing for this commerçante. Commerçante. Is it in Chinese? Is it written something in Chinese? Can you please read, Hauran? Shall I zoom it? What is written there?
超薄脆，
What is this?
They are eating snacks.
Oh, it's a snacks. Very good. So it's la commerçante. La commerçante is a shopkeeper. And for masculine one, if a shopkeeper is a male person, if he is a boy, it will be commerçant. Only this T will not be there, and we'll be using a masculine article for this, a boy. Okay, so la will become le, and this commerçante will become commerçant. Commerçant. Similarly, here it is avocat. Avocat. So she is an advocate. Okay, lawyer. She is a lawyer. She practices law. An avocat for a girl. Here we will remove this e so that it becomes a male lawyer. Okay, l'avocat. I'll write it here. L'avocat, the male profession, the male advocate. Avocat. L'avocat. L'avocat, and here it is l'avocat. This one is l'avocat. L'avocat is advocate. Do you know anyone who is advocate? Who is an advocate? Who is a lawyer who practices law? Okay, it's okay. Le journaliste. Le journaliste. It remains same for both genders. Okay. Le journaliste, la journaliste. Both. A boy will be journalist, and a girl will also be a journalist. Some professions remain same in both. L'artiste. L'artiste. L'artiste is artist. Okay, he makes some arts like it can be anything, art. Okay, it is same for both. L'artiste. For same as here you can see she is a girl, she is a woman, and man will also be l'artiste, an artist. Le peintre. Le peintre. Peintre is painter. Peintre is painter. So painter is also same in both genders. Peintre. Peintre is painter. It remains same for both. Le peintre, la peintre, both. Le pilote. Le pilote. Le pilote, la pilote, both. So these are the professions like l'artiste, peintre and pilote. They remain same. You have to just change the article. Okay, you have to just change the article to la and it will be a female profession for a girl. La pilote, la peintre. Here it is le. You have to convert into la. Next is le dentiste. Le dentiste. Le dentiste. The dentist. Actually, the word dentist is also originated from the French word dent. D-E-N-T. Actually, it is le dent. Le dent, which means tooth. T-O-O-T-H. Le dent. The French word le dent means tooth. And this word dentist has origin from this word dent. 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 How do you say tooth in Hindi, Misbah? How do you say tooth? Do you know the word? Are you there, Misbah?
Yes, sir.
How do you say tooth in Hindi?
That.
Dant. So it's same like dant. Okay, dent. Dent is tooth and the word is dentist. So it is also same in both. Like if a boy will be dentist, he will be le dentist. If there is a female dentist, then she will be la dentiste. La dentiste. Okay. La secrétaire. La secrétaire, the secretary. La secrétaire. La secrétaire. La secrétaire. La secrétaire. Okay. Le musicien. Le musicien. Le musicien is musician, but a boy. A boy who is a musician will be le musicien, and the feminine one will be la musicienne. Musicienne, double N-E. It will be double N-E here. La musicienne. La musicienne. Okay? La musicienne. Le musicien. La musicienne. Le mécanicien. The mechanic. Le mécanicien. What will be the feminine of this?
La mechanician.
La mécanicienne. Double N-E. Very good. La mécanicienne. Very good. La mécanicienne. L'électricien. Electrician. Feminine of électricien.
Electrician.
Électricienne. Very good. And serveur. The word serveur is waiter. You can see is a waiter in a restaurant. The feminine of la serveur is la serveuse. S-E-R-V-E-U-S-E. La serveuse. La serveuse. Serveur, serveuse. Serveur and serveuse. Serveur and serveuse. La serveur and la serveuse. La serveuse. Serveuse. Okay, the female server. La chanteuse. Chanteuse is singer. La chanteuse. Chanteuse is singer. Okay, la chanteuse. La chanteuse is singer, a female singer. But male singer will be le chanteur. Chanteur. This C-H-A-N-T-E-U-R. Chanteur. Le chanteur is singer, male singer. Le chanteur. Okay, le chanteur. Le chanteur is a male singer. Chanteur and chanteuse. Chanteur and chanteuse. The next is l'institutrice. L'institutrice. Okay, institutrice is an instructor, a teacher. Okay, but for small kids. Okay, institutrice. Institutrice. And the feminine, this is the feminine form, and there are masculine forms also of this institutrice. The masculine is instructeur. Instructeur, institutrice. Instructeur and institutrice. Okay, so this is the feminine form I have written here, the masculine one also. Le facteur. Le facteur. Facteur is postman. Facteur. Facteur is postman. Facteur. Facteur is postman. Postwoman is also there. The feminine form of facteur is la factrice. Sorry, factrice. Okay, facteur and factrice. Le facteur and la factrice. Le facteur and la factrice. Chanteur, chanteuse, l'instituteur, l'institutrice, le facteur, la factrice. Danseuse, danseuse. Danseuse is a female dancer. Can you please guess the masculine form of this male dancer? Male dancer is danseur. Write the feminine form of this. I'll write here the masculine one. Le danseur. Le danseur. Here it is the masculine one. Le danseur. Le danseur, la danseuse. Le danseur, la danseuse. La coiffeuse. Coiffeuse is hairdresser. Hairdresser. And this is the feminine form, la coiffeuse. What would be the male one, the masculine profession? It's very easy. It's very easy to guess. If you are not able to see, can you please write in the WhatsApp, in the chat section?
COOIFFUR.
Very good. Yes, coiffeur. Very good. Coiffeur. Le coiffeur. Le Coiffeur. Coiffeur. Le coiffeur. Le coiffeur is hairdresser. Le coiffeur. Le coiffeur is hairdresser. Okay, le coiffeur is hairdresser. Le vendeur. The vendor. He's the salesperson. Vendor. He's selling something like vendor of fruits, vegetables. The word is vendor in English. Vendor. Vendor. What would be the feminine form? Can you please guess? You know how to use it.
VONDEUSE.
Very good. Vendeuse. La vendeuse. Le vendeur. La vendeuse. La vendeuse. EUSE. La vendeuse. Le vendeur. And la vendeuse. The female sales woman. Like this, the saleswoman. Le vendeur and la vendeuse. L'infirmière. L'infirmière is a nurse. L'infirmière. Infirmière is nurse. Infirmière. Okay? Infirmière is a nurse. But there are male ones also in the hospital. Those are called as l'infirmier. Only we will remove this E and we will remove this accent grave in order to make it feminine. We will remove E and accent grave and that will be pronounced as infirmier. Infirmier. Here the feminine form of infirmier is infirmière. Infirmier, infirmière. Okay, infirmier, infirmière. Le professeur. Le professeur is professor, the teacher. As you can see, their maths formula written here at the back. So le professeur is professor, teacher, and earlier it used to be same for feminine also. But now, like 1 year back, the French Academy has given a new word for this also. A new word for professor. They have added extra E. But most of the people they don't know it now because it's a new word, neologism it is called as. So most of the people they consider this professor in feminine also, same one, but it has been changed. So I'd request you to keep this same. Okay, don't bother about the new word. It will be la professor only. Keep it the la professor. It's la professor. Same word. Just change the article. Don't add extra e. You can add extra e, but I would request you not to use it because many people they don't know it and they will think that this is a mistake, but this is not actually a mistake. It's there in the new versions of the dictionary, newly edited ones. So you'll find this extra e in that. But in old dictionaries, you will have the same meaning, same word, professor. But article will be this la. Okay. The next is cook. The cook is le cuisinier. 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 The feminine of this would be cuisinière, like infirmier becomes infirmière with extra grave accent. Similarly, this cuisinier will become cuisinière. Cuisinier, cuisinière. May I know how you have written the word cuisinier? Can you please write in the WhatsApp? I'm curious to know the feminine form of cuisinier. Can you please write the feminine form of cuisinier? Yes. That apostrophe, I'll consider it as grave accent. Okay. La cuisinière. La cuisinière is a cook. Le boucher. Le boucher is butcher. Okay, you can see here is selling meat and all. Le boucher. There is feminine form of this boucher like cuisinier. How will you make the feminine form of le boucher? Boucher. Can you please write the feminine form of boucher? It will be same like cuisinier and infirmier. La bouchère. Very good. La bouchère. Le boulanger. Le boulanger. Le boulanger is baker. The one who works in a bakery. He is boulanger. Boulanger. What would be the feminine form of boulanger? Can you please guess? La boulangère. Very good, Aaron. Boulangère. Very good. Boulangère. Le poissonnier. The fishmonger. The person who sells fish is le poissonnier. The feminine of poissonnier. Same, it will be like same boucher, boulanger, and poissonnier. Poissonnier, can please write, and we'll give you the break of 10 minutes. We'll be back at 11:10 and we'll continue with adjective demonstrative, the demonstrative adjectives. Can you please write? Are you writing? Le poissonnier. Le poissonnier. The word poisson means fish. The word poisson means fish, and from that it has come as poissonnier, the fishmonger. La poissonnière. Oh, very good. It's poissonnière. That grave accent is there. Don't put this apostrophe. Poissonnière. Yes, poissonnière. Grave accent. Grave accent. Yes. La poissonnière. It's okay. Okay, so we'll be back after 10 minutes. We'll give you the break of 10 minutes. Yes, very good. You. It's grave accent. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be back after 10 minutes. It's 11 now. We'll be back at 11:10 and we'll continue the adjective demonstrative, this thing. Okay, so we'll start from here, and some of you have already done this, but I need to discuss some of the important things like je prendrai and all. So it's difficult to know. You should know the meanings of all these. Okay, so I'll be back at 11:10, a break of 10 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Sorry there. Can you please raise your hands? Auran, you, Misbah. Okay. So you all are there. We will start with this adjective demonstrative, the demonstrative adjectives. Okay. So Omefu, we did this last day. Ete, this word was summer. The word is summer, the summer season. Ete. Okay. Ete is summer season. Je partirai. This is future tense. This is future tense. Okay. This verb is original verb is partir, which means to leave, and the ending is ai for je. So I will write here the endings on this. Okay, for future tense, the endings for future tense are in this way. So it is, write it please. For future tense, future simple, simple, future simple is for je, the ending is ai, ai. For tu, the ending is as. For il, for l and on, the ending is only a. Okay. With nu, it is ons, ons. For vous, the ending is ez, and for il and l, the ending is ont, not ent. For il and l in plural form, it's ont, not ent, it's ont. Okay. But in future sample, there is a rule that we used to do. Like, what was the rule in present tense? Suppose this verb manger is the verb. If the verb manger, which means to eat, what was the rule? First step that we used to do for the conjugation of er ending verbs in present tense. If you think the present tense, if you
Remove
remove this er. Okay, we were removing this er. Okay, we used to remove this er, but we will not remove anything here. We will not remove anything here, and we'll be putting that verb in intact form. manger, 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 and manger. Okay, so we have we were putting this in intact form in future sample. Okay, future sample. So what would be the meaning of je mangerai? Je mangerai. Je mangerai will be I will eat. I will eat. You will eat. He or she will eat. We will eat. You will eat. And they will eat. Okay. Je mangerai. Tu mangeras. Il, elle mangera. Nous mangerons. Vous mangerez. Ils mangeront. Or il, elle mangeront. ONT. So this is the ending. This is the ending of future sample. These are the endings. Okay, if I give you, you can write. Okay, so can you please conjugate any verb in future sample? Any verb that you know, any verb. Write it in your notebook following the same rule and share in the WhatsApp group. Any group, any verb of your choice. Following the same rule of this, the rule, I will give a different color to the endings. It's AI, AS, A, ONS, EZ, and ONT. These are the endings. Can you please conjugate any verb of your choice? Any verb. One. Okay, so I've got some of the responses. Plays, jouerait, tu joueras. Jouera. Haran jouera. The ending is AS. Now AI is for je. Okay. Tu will be jouera. Il jouera. Nous jouerons. Vous jouerez. Ils joueront. Some next student, Misbah has je visiterai. Tu visiteras. Il visitera. Nous visiterons. Vous visiterez. Ils, elles visiteront. Very good. So I will visit, you will visit, he or she will visit, we will visit, you will visit, they will visit. I will play, you will play, he or she will play, we will play, you will play, and they will play. Very good. You has written je regarderai, tu regarderas. So you have to don't give space. You there should not be any space between the verb and the ending. Okay, for understanding you have written I guess, but while writing it in a sentence, you have to write it both together, like other students they have written it. Je regarderai, tu regarderas, il elle regardera, nous regarderons, vous regarderez, il elles regarderont. Very good. Okay, so I will watch, you will watch, he or she will watch, we will watch, you will watch, and they will watch. Yes, this is the perfect way. Thank you. Okay, so here in this PDF, you have seen that je partirai. So it is IR ending verb. Okay, there are some exceptions in which the forms change. Like this is the verb visiter. No. Partir, finir, like the verb finir. Yeah, if I give you the verb finir, finir. The verb finir means to finish. Okay, how will you say I will finish? I will finish. I will finish. Are you listening? The verb finir, je, and finir verb here, Finir, and ai. Je finirai. Tu finiras. Il finira. Elle finira. Nous finirons. Nous finirons. Vous finirez. Ils finiront. Elles finiront. RONT. So what is this je finirai? Can you please tell me the meaning of je finirai?
I will.
I will finish. Tu finiras.
You will finish.
Il finira.
He will finish.
Elle finira.
She will finish.
Nous finirons.
We will finish.
Vous finirez.
You will finish.
Ils finiront and elles finiront. They will finish. Very good. So similarly, this verb was partir, Partir, which means to leave. So I will leave for Greece in summer season. Partire. So here it has been written as je partire. Je partirai. Okay. In present tense, it's je pars. In passé composé, it is j'ai parti, I have left. So now you have to take everything into consideration. If you want to learn it in a better way, you have to be very dynamic. Okay, you have to listen it all in all the directions, in present, in past, in future. Okay, the workload is now increasing, but you will enjoy now the learning thing. Okay, the learning process you will enjoy a lot. Okay, so I would request you to think of the present tense, past tense, everything whenever you meet any sentence. Okay, so here it is je partirai en Grèce. Greece is a country, Greece, and O is a preposition which has been used for Greece because Greece, the country Greece, is a feminine country. Okay, so ete, which adjective demonstrative will be used for ete if ete summer season is masculine? Ete. It will be set ete. ETE. Set ete this summer because ete starts with E, which is a vowel, and ete is masculine, so we'll be using set for ete. So this summer I'll be leaving for Greece. Okay. The next one is garçon est sympathique. Garçon. The boy is sympathetic. The boy is kind, nice, sympathetic. Which adjective demonstrative for garçon?
Say.
Ce garçon. It's ce garçon. Very good. Ce garçon est sympathique. Ce garçon. Regarde, see this bird on the branch. Sur la branche. Branche is the branch of a tree. Branche. Sur is a preposition which means on. On the tree, on the table, on the bed, on the roof. So this sur is a preposition which is on the branch. So look at that bird on the branch showing somebody. It is imperative. Oiseau is masculine. So which adjective demonstrative for oiseau? Cet oiseau. Cet oiseau. Okay, cet oiseau. This bird or that bird. Okay. Je prendrai éclair au chocolat. Éclair au chocolat. Éclair au chocolat is a type of cake. Okay, it's a type of cake. So I will take, je prendrai. What is the change that you are finding in this verb in future tense? How it is different from er ending verbs? How it is different from er ending verbs? The formation of future simple, future tense of this verb.
AI.
No, it's AI is already there. It's in the rule. What is the difference that you feel? I'll let you know. I will tell you that this verb prendre, the verb prendre is re ending verb. Prendre, Prendre, which means to take. Okay, it's an re ending verb. So in future tense of re ending verb, there is a rule that we have to remove this e. We have to remove this e while making it in future simple, and we will write it as je prendrai ai. So we have excluded this e and then we have added ai. Je prendrai, tu prendras, il, elle, on prendra, nous prendrons. Vous prendrez, elle prendront, Prendront. So see that this E is missing, and it will be missing for all the RE ending verbs. Suppose the verb lire, Lire. What do you mean by the verb lire? What do you mean by the verb lire? Lire.
Read.
Yes, to read. Can you please conjugate this verb leer in future tense using the same rule that you have to remove this E? It is only with RE ending verbs. Can you please conjugate it? I'll wait for you for 2 minutes. I will give you 2 minutes to write this. Are you writing? Are you writing? Please share. How will you say I will read? Je lirai, tu liras, il lira, nous lirons, vous lirez, ils liront. Very good. Je lirai, tu liras, il lira, nous lirons, vous lirez, ils liront. Very good. So it's in future tense. So for RE ending verbs, it's different. Remember that it is different. You have to remove E. But for ER ending verbs and IR ending verbs, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to touch it. Like the verb travailler, travailler, and IR ending verb choisir. The verb choisir, which means to choose, and any verb like dire, dire, dire means to say, travailler, to work. So you have three types of verbs in French. It is er ending verb, ir ending verb, and re ending verb. So specifically you have to remove this e of re ending verbs, and then you can conjugate it in future tense. But for other group of verbs like er ending verb and ir ending verb, you have to just keep the same thing, the same verb. You don't have to remove anything from the verb, and straight away you can conjugate. Straight away you can form a sentence. If you have a verb, and then you can conjugate it in future. You don't have to think a lot on that. Okay, travailler, choisir, but here in dire you have to work on this. Okay, now we'll be going back to that adjective demonstrative thing. Here, je prendrai, I will take, je prendrai. You can see that that e is missing here. We don't have that E. Okay. Then the sixth sentence, a qui est das chien. Chien is dog, which is masculine. Whose dog is this? A qui est ce chien? Ce chien. Ce chien. This dog. A qui est ce chien? Whose dog is this? Whose dog is this? Whose dog is this? À qui est ce chien? Je viendrai te voir dash hiver. I will come to see you. I'll come to see you this winter. Hiver. The word hiver, this H will be silent and only this I-V-E-R will be pronounced. Hiver. Hiver is winter. So I'll come to see you this winter. Je viendrai. This is a different form of the verb. We will do this in the next class. These are the exception forms. So while writing the future tense of the verbs, there are some exceptions also to remember. Okay? There are some exceptions to remember. So we'll do the exceptions in the next class. So for hiver, hiver is masculine. For hiver, the adjective demonstrative will be H-I-V-E-R. Cet hiver. This winter. Cet hiver. Cet hiver. This winter. Then the next is the chat. Chat. Chat is cat. Cat is masculine here. The feminine form of chat is chat. C-H-A-T-T-E. The feminine of chat is chat. And the feminine form of chien is chien. So here it was chien, the male dog, and the female dog is chien. Masculine form is chat and the feminine form is chat. Okay, so chat is a cat. For masculine one, you have to say it as ce chat. This cat. A Pelin de Puce is very furry. The furry cat. Lots of hair on cat's body. It's furry. Fur. Okay. Chat. Retire dash chapeau. Retire. This comes from the verb retirer. This is an imperative form of the verb retirer. Retirer is an er ending verb which means to take off. To take off. Retirer. Retirer means to take off. And it's an imperative form. So you are saying this to take off this cap. Retire ce chapeau. Chapeau is hat. Retire ce chapeau. C-E. Chapeau is hat. And the masculine form, so it will be ce chapeau. Okay. Ami est agréable. Agréable. Agréable is an adjective which has got two meanings. Agréable means nice, and the other one which can be used for weather thing, weather, and the meaning of this agréable in that context will be pleasant. So a friend cannot be pleasant, he'll be nice. Okay, so take the meaning of nice here for agréable. But this agréable has got one more meaning, that is pleasant. Okay, but we cannot use pleasant for a friend. Okay, ami. So ami is a friend. Which adjective demonstrative you will be using for ami? Ami. and we will end here. Ami. Which adjective demonstrative will be using for Ami here? Ami. And this will be the last thing of the day. We'll meet on Tuesday again. Ami. Ami is a friend. So for Ami, it will be Setami. AMI. Setami. This friend is very nice. This friend is very nice. But if I replace this friend with a friend who is a girl, what will be the change in adjective demonstrative? Can you please say? Are you there? Are you listening? Okay, I will not bore you anymore. That will be Setami. C-double-T-E, Setami. C-E-double-T-E, Setami. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll start a new topic in the next class. We'll continue this future sample. I would request you, the homework is to write 5-6 verbs in future sample, in simple future, but not the same verbs, same type of verbs. Take some re ending verbs, take some ir ending verbs, and take some er ending verbs also. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much. So do you know the homework? Do you know the homework?
Yes, sir.
So take some
Yes,
verbs, like
sir.
5-6 verbs, not more than that, but of different groups, er ending groups, ir ending groups, and re ending groups. So search for the verbs in your textbook and then write it in future tense, and try to write them in other tenses also, in other tenses. Okay, so thank you so much for your attention. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. We'll meet you on Tuesday. And I'm planning to take a small test on Tuesday. Will it be convenient for you?
Yes, sir.